They gon' heat me up. I've been trying to keep it cool.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from Green Bay. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go. Stop!
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
No gain on the play.
Try again. It's second and 10.
At the
Gun.
22-yard line.
Stop!
A carry here for Brown. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Let's get set. Can. Stop. 11 righty. Stop.
Now Brown.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's touchback.
20-yard line.
Blue striker. Ready.
We go play action with Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's caught by Golden, right side. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On first down, it's Love. That's swung out to Chandler. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
First and 10.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterbacks do.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on. Hut.
On play action, Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. And the Packers first down.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 40.
On first and 10, here's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
46-yard line.
From the 46. Here's second and 1.
Second and a yard.
From the gun, it's Love. That's caught by Chandler. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's good for the Packers. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The RPO, that one is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
13 yards.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
First and 10.
They'll come up here,
27-yard
first
line.
and 10. Now Love. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
The 4-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Love. Flush to his right. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
He'll go right and find his running back, and he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they will see what they can do with this 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Chandler, and he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
On 4th down, Love. This one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie second-rounder. And he tacks on a nice return to boot. He'll get this all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Is a turnover on downs.
What's this say?
They'll run here with Brown. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Andre Yosivas was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
11. Here we go. 11. 180.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one, deep downfield for Chase. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Ready, break. Down. You, yellow. Green jack. Ready?
Love to throw it on 1st down. Forced to his right. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he will take this one in. 87 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Brown. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
11, 11 Thomas.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out. Bounds, and it will be 3rd down.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
Open match, downfield, Chase has it. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 15. Here we go, here.
1st down.
They go play action for Burrow. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
11, 11, 11, 11.
2nd down, Burrow. Forced out wide. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Here we go. Hey, can. 11 mighty. 11 might. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Here we go. 11, 11. 11, 11. 11 Thomas.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is
Mike. So in this situation, a defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on bounds.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this.
Hut. Drill. 50. Blue. 32. Ready.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. 14 on the pickup. First down, Packers.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
60 red. 60 red. 52 black. Ready.
Second down throw for Love. That's complete to Jacobs. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
First down.
Drill green.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Hut.
To throw is Love. Moving to his right. And he's in! Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are going to open up the lead to 8.
Packers 15. Bengals 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Jackson now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go.
Burrow here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work as the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They bring Chase in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or kick a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Come on, set. Black 40. Set.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Rolling to the left. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets out.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Come on, ready? 11 MT, hey! 11 MT. Here we go. Stop.
Burrow to throw. Rolling right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
On 2. Here we go, here we go. Let's stop.
On the ground, it's Brown. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are back within 5.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Green Jack. Let's go. Hut.
On play action, Love. And to the left side, taken in by Golden. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
It's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Ready. Smash. 10 black. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Number 12. 10. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to have another first down as he's able to dive beyond the marker.
That's another Packers first down.
And this will not be a spike. He faked it. And the Packers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal. 2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Jacobs. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Okay,
second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
Set, ready, fly through, red.
Now Love, out to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about.
Got it?
Third and goal.
Red, cycle. Ready?
Love on the run to the right. He'll try, and he's into the end zone. Jordan Love, touchdown, Green Bay. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
11 MT.
Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. Lucas Van Ness. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to fourth down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. He'll take this in back at the 16. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Set, cut. Ready.
We'll go play action with Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Come on, ready? 11, Thomas. Is this stop?
Burrow now to throw on first down. Forced out wide. toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Trying to connect with Chase Brown on that one. And it'll lead to a second down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Here we go.
Burrow now. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Bengals out and ready to punt, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
On first down, it's Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double.
Second and inches. Here's Love to throw. He'll take a shot for Watson. And this will be incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Flush to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one is caught by Reed. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
That's caught by Chandler. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Throwing on second down, Love. Exiting the pocket right. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
Sets up
The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. A first down throw for Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Gesicki, the man in motion.
11 Thomas.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. He's got the hook up to Mike Gesicki. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The Bengals, first down.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Room to run at the 35. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 18. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Hey, we gotta go. Gotta go.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
11. Stop. 180. 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Looking out of the gun, Burrow. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
11 MT. Here we go. Stop.
Now, Burrow. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
11. Stop.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is caught at the 3. And he's going to have a Bengals first down. How about that? A gain of 15 on 4th and 10. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Just set. Stop.
Now, Burrow. A big mistake. It was first and goal, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10
Black shot.
at their own 1-yard line.
Here we go. Hut.
Love to throw it on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Let's go. Black. 95. Hut.
Throwing again from his own end zone. Open is the tight end, Kraft. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Packers.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now, Jacobs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
At the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Here's Love. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, on comes the Packers punting team. That's fielded at about the 18. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
11 MT. Gun. Stop. Big 11 MT. Tight. 11. 12. Stop.
On first and 10, Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and 11. At the
Second down, Burrow. Moving outside the pocket. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
That's good for 27 and a first down.
Bengals.
Here we go.
First down.
Ready?
First and 10 at the
Burrow to throw. Will find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Bengals. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Measuring Cooper in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down.
Here we go. 11. Ready?
Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. He's going to try it here again. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10.
34 yards.
Ready?
And the
Eyes up.
Bengals.
11. Stop.
Burrow. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll bring up second down.
Get set. 11. MT. Take. Stop.
To throw is Burrow. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Burrow working in the pistol. In trouble, and down he goes. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second, as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. That is caught, finding Higgins. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Blaster. 6. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Back to the left side and taken in by Golden. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle,
and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Charlie Jones now to return. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
Here we go. 12, 18, 11. Stop.
Here we go. One final play. Open man downfield is Brown. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So, it's a win for the Packers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home.
I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up.